Jean Greer here at Stylish Fireplaces, introducing you to an exciting new electric patio heater from Napoleon. This freestanding heater is portable with the base on the bottom that has wheels on it, and it's plug-in. It plugs into a regular 120 volt outlet, so there's no special wiring required. My team has already assembled ours. It will come in a couple of pieces and it will need some minor assembly. My guys have already done that and it's ready to go, and we're showing the included storage cover with it. So this is how we would store it when we're not using it, but when we're ready to use it, we take that cover off, and then it has some really cool features that make it super flexible. So I'm going to walk you through that. Let's take the cover off first, and then I'll show you how it works. So this cover has a full zipper at the back. We're going to unzip that all the way up, and then it just slides off. And there we have our heater. So mine isn't plugged in yet. I'm going to do the adjustments before I plug it in. Right now the heating element is facing me back here, but I want to swing that arm up to put the heat where I need it. Now, if I were sitting at a table here and I wanted the heat upright and facing my table, I could certainly leave it in this position. But let's show you what's really cool about this. So there are a couple of finger holds here. I'm going to press those together, and there's my arm. So this has the heater, and I'm not tall enough to raise this up on my own. I'm going to stand on my stool, and then there is a latch up here that grabs onto the notches at the top of my hole here and locks it in. And there's three different adjustments. So this could be straight out at 90 degrees, it could be at this angle, and it could go up even higher. So depending on how you want to set it up, this is adjustable. So now I'm ready to work with this heater. I'm going to plug it in, because it's really not safe to have the cover on it when it's plugged in, just in case somebody were to hit the power knob through the cover and turn on the heater with the cover on. So now I have power. Here's this lighted knob. It's in standby mode. I don't have heat yet. If I want heat, I'm going to push that button in. It's glowing red, and right now it's cranked up to the maximum, but I can dial that back, and you'll see the heating element light up, and I'm starting to feel the heat. This is radiant heat, so what that means is it's kind of like sitting in the sun. If I'm within a 12 by 12 foot area, I'm going to feel the heat from this heating element. If I step outside that area, I'm not going to feel that heat. So it's radiant heat. So just think about sitting in the sun. It's heating up me, it's heating up any of the objects that are in the path, but outside a 12 by 12 foot area, you're not going to feel that heat. So just like the arm is adjustable, the heat is adjustable, and then this little light bulb turns on the LED light at the tip, and it has a couple of settings. So imagine you've got your picnic table here, your patio table, you're having a nice gathering, you've got a little bit of light over the table as well as your heat source. And of course, if it gets warm enough, we just turn that back. This knob is multifunctional. If I hold it for 3 seconds, I get a timer feature, and I can say, turn this off after such and such a period. There's also a child safety lockout feature, because of course this knob is very attractive and it's right at the height for little kiddos. So if we hold it for 5 seconds, we're going to get a heat lockout, and I get the little locking feature there. So now if they play with that knob, nothing's going to happen. It's going to stay off. I hold that again and undo the lockout. Okay, so now we're back in business, and we can play with our heat source here. So very flexible and very intuitive to use. I love that there's a light in the end of it to light up my eating area or whatever we're doing under the heater. and it will heat up about a 12 by 12 foot area, and it just plugs into a regular outlet, so you don't need any construction. The base is quite heavy, and it has wheels on the back, so I just tilt this back to move it around, and I've been doing that with no problem. Obviously, it's easier to move if this arm is down. And then there's a little cabinet back here, a little panel that screws off. I can put the cord in there during the off season and just leave it wrapped up. To put the cover on, I would generally have that cord wound up. And that cover comes with the heater, so it's ready for year-round use and storage. Super easy and super flexible, and no special wiring, no construction. You don't have to attach it to anything. It's got a safety piece back here to keep it a set distance away. And obviously there are some clearance requirements with anything that has heat, so make sure you read the owner's manual and get up to speed on your clearance requirements. There is a little bit of clearance required above, so it's not touching anything flammable up there. But imagine you're out on your patio, there's really nothing up there. You have this source of heat right where you want it. So this is the freestanding heater. It's modeled after the Phantom series of grills. It's from Napoleon, and you can get all the details at stylishfireplaces.ca.